Yo, guys, what's up? Welcome to our class for today. My name is Mr. E, and welcome to the right place for language development and language skills for call center. So, if English is not your first tongue and you're aspiring to work in the BPO industry, or if you work in the BPO industry, well, you're in the right place to learn about grammar and soft skills. Today, I'm going to give you some tools. I'm going to give you some more tools to speak about past events or to speak about your past events. That's right. We've been talking about present perfect, which is excellent to talk about your past events and make them relevant in the present. So that's present perfect. We talked about that. For example, she has been thriving in her position, which means maybe she started her position in 2010. So you want to talk about it. You want to bring that important aspect from the past and make it relevant to the conversation in the present time. Or perhaps she's still continuing to work in that position. Well, it seems like it has been this situation for her since we're saying she has been thriving in her position. Well, anyway, past perfect is just one of the tools. Another tool that we'll discuss for today is the use of used to plus the verb in the base form. So used to is a special modal phrase that we use to talk about past events that occurred only once in the past tense. And the good thing about it is that we don't need to learn participle forms or pronounce ed endings. It's very simple to use used to. So in this example, she used to be an operations supervisor. That was a one-time event. So here, let's say in 2009, she used to be a supervisor. That means that she did it, but she stopped doing it. No longer does it. So this only occurred once in the past tense. As a CSR, she used to work back to back. So let's say prior to that year, she used to in 2008, let's say in 2008, she used to work as a CSR, and she used to work back to back. That means call after call. So this was an event that only happened once in the past, relevant once for the past, and is completed and is finished. And it only happened one time in the past tense, but it is finished. She stopped doing it. She stopped working as a CSR. She stopped working as an operations manager because now uh, she's doing another position. She has another position, so she stopped this activity. Well, she used to work as a CSR, so she stopped doing that in 2008. She no longer does it, and she used to be an operations supervisor, so she stopped being a supervisor, and now she has been working or thriving in her position as a manager from 2010 to 2009. So as you see, the used to is used to talk about a specific event that happened in the past and only once in the past, and the person has stopped doing it or you have stopped doing it. You no longer perform or do that action. Now, when you combine used to with the present perfect and present perfect continuous, you got all the tools necessary to talk about past tense actions, past tense abilities. Why do you need to do that? Well, the being able to control the past tenses, not only with present perfect, but combining it with modal verbs like used to will allow your English level to be higher, much higher than just a basic intermediate. So let's explore how to use used to this evening. And we're going to learn structures, grammar, vocabulary. We're going to take the context of a lady called Ivy. So Ivy is a call center manager. We're going to read her story, her success story when she started in the past and what she's doing today in the present. So let's go ahead and begin. And welcome everybody, friends, for joining us this evening. I see that you guys are already here. Giselle, Danny, good evening, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening, class.
Hey, what's up? Danny, welcome everybody. So check out the cool materials we've shared with you tonight. I mean, this is very cool material here that we've got here for you guys. We're going to read about the title of the reading is A Thriving BPO Professional. But first, let's explore some vocabulary. So for the reading and for your personal development. Here we have some words or phrases here. The first one is an award. An award, AWARD, pronounced award, is a noun. It is something that is like, let's say, some kind of recognition or perhaps a prize that you receive in honor of achieving something. So if you, let's say, when you graduate from a program, you receive a diploma. So that is like a type of reward or a prize. Or maybe if you win a marathon, you get a medal. So a medal is an award, a prize that is given to you or to somebody in honor of your great achievement. Next, we have huge, huge, Huge. Huge is an adjective, and we use huge to describe something that is extremely large or perhaps big in a sense. So we could say the project is huge because we have to invest millions of dollars in it. So it's huge. It's a huge project. It's very extremely large and complex. So we could say that we can describe something as huge. Next we have thrive. Thrive. Thrive is a verb and it is spelled THRIVE, thrive. And the idea of thrive generally means to be successful. So if you thrive or if somebody thrives, that means that they are prospering or being very good at something or being very successful. So if you thrive in your profession, then that means that you are being very successful, you're very prosperous, you're doing it very well. And you can thrive in your position at a call center, right? By becoming successful, by getting your bonuses, by getting recognition, awards, and possibly growing within the company. So you can thrive, be successful. So the forms of the verb thrive, for your information, the base form is THRIV, thrive, right? Can you guys say that with me? Thrive, thrive.
Thrive.
Nice. Your pronunciation is great today. In the third person, we'll say thrives. Can you guys say that? Thrives, thrives.
Drives.
Good.
Rhymes.
In the present participle or present continuous, we'll say thriving, thriving,
Thriving.
thriving, thriving. And in the past tense, it's a regular verb, so that means we only add the D and pronounce it with a D sound. Thrived, thrived.
Thrived.
Perfect.
Thrived.
There you go. So those are the forms of the verb thrive, to be successful. Escalated calls. An escalated call is a type of call situation where it is requested, you're requested to speak somebody above you. So perhaps the person that is above you in a call center is your supervisor. So if the customer says, I need to talk to your supervisor, then that is an escalation. It's a call that is escalated.
Mm,
And your customer can also request to escalate it higher and request to speak to the manager. So that is a call that has been escalated, an escalated call, we say. And next we have an adjective form. This is a hyphenated adjective because it's connected with a hyphen. That symbol that you guys see there, that goal-oriented is the word. Goal, like goals, things that you want to accomplish at a specific time. And oriented is an adjective form of orient, or that if you describe yourself as goal-oriented, that means that you are a person who likes to work based on goals, or you like to set goals. So that's what you do, motivates you to finish your goals, so that you could describe yourself as goal-oriented. Like it says here, right? A person focused on reaching a specific goal. So if you say I'm a goal-oriented person, that means that you're focused on achieving your goals, just like you are here connected tonight. Everybody, can we say I am a goal-oriented person. Everyone, let's repeat that one. I am a goal-oriented person.
I am a goal-oriented person.
Oh, that's right. You sound great. And the last one is behind the curtain. Curtain. Or if you prefer, you can say behind the curtain. Behind the curtain. Usually when we say that when something is behind the curtain, 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 is usually a piece of cloth which conceals or hides a theater presentation. And using it as an expression, when something is behind the curtain, it is hidden or concealed or in secret. So when agents don't notice everything that goes behind the curtain at a call center. So agents are just concerned about serving customers, while the supervisor is concerned about administrative things like calculating bonuses, providing feedback, and attending special meetings that affect the direction of the business. So these things happen without the agents knowing anything about these things. So these things are secret or concealed to the agents. These things happen behind the curtain. You will only know about them if you are in the position of a staff member, and then those things will be revealed to you, what happens behind the curtain. All right, so let's repeat the vocabulary for good measure, everybody. An award. Everybody?
In
An
In
a
a
award.
word.
word,
Word.
Nice. Huge.
huge,
Huge.
Thrive.
thrive,
Thrive.
Escalated calls.
escalated,
Escalated.
Escalated calls.
Goal-oriented.
Goal
goal-oriented,
oriented.
Behind the curtain.
behind the
Behind
Behind
the
curtain.
the
curtain.
curtain.
Nice. Now you got some vocabulary. Now let's go to the reading. We're going to connect everything. So this reading is like to present how you can use present perfect continuous, and used to describe past events. The title is A Thriving BPO Professional. Everybody knows what BPO is, right? It's
Yes.
business, right? What is it? Business process partner. Everybody say business process partner.
Business process partner.
That's right. So if we these are adjectives. A thriving a thriving BPO professional. So we're describing the professional as a successful person in this industry. Okay, a successful. The story is about the manager, the call center manager, Ivonne Galvez, right? This character. Let's read about her story. I'm going to read about it, and then I'll ask you guys to read it for me. I'm going to go over here so you guys follow to catch the new pronunciations. Focus, I think the focus here is the grammar, how they're combining the both tenses to narrate the story. Let's begin. So I'm going to read it, then I'm going to ask Danny to read this paragraph, and then I'm going to ask Karen to read the second paragraph. So guys, so you guys are attentive. Then I'll invite the other team members to help us read. So let's get started. So here, we've talked to Ivonne Galvez just recently. She's a successful call center account manager who has been thriving in her position, leading an important BPO project in Central America for over 3 years. In her current position, she is in charge of over 215 employees. That includes 10 operations supervisors, 5 quality assurance controllers, and 200 customer service representatives. It's a huge responsibility, but she enjoys every moment of it. However, it hasn't always been easy for her. She has had to work very hard and long hours to achieve her level of success in this industry. It's not for everyone, she says. You have to be open to feedback and must never take things personal. She adds, being a team player is a requirement in this business if you want to thrive. Another thing you need to be is flexible and be able to adapt to changes quickly. You must also be goal oriented to achieve the best possible results for the company. All right, so let's ask Danny. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
We've talked to Ivonne Galvez just recently. She's a successful call center account manager who has been thriving in her position leading an important BPO project in Central America for over 3 years. In her current position, she is in charge of over 215 employees. That's including 10 operations supervisors, 5 quality assurance controllers, and 200 customer service representatives. It's a huge responsibility, but she enjoys every moment
Awesome. Thank you, Danny. Of it. Of it.
of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice reading. Let's ask Karen now. Ready, Karen?
Yes.
Okay.
However, it hasn't always been easy for her. She has had to work very hard and long hours to achieve her level of success in this industry. It's not for everyone, she said. You have to be open to feedback and must never take things personal. She adds, being a team player is a requirement in this business if you want to thrive. Another thing you need to be is flexible and be able to adapt to change quickly. You must also be goal oriented to achieve the best possible results for the company.
Nice. Thank you, Karen. Now here, can you say, everybody, let's say success with an accent in the second syllable. With the stress. You guys remember the stress?
Success.
Success.
Yes.
Success. There you go. Everybody, success. And here we're going to say results. Over here, accent here. Results. Result.
Result.
Results.
Thank you. Good job, guys. Let's go to the next one. Let's continue with the story. Okay, number 2. Okay, I'm going to ask, let's see, Giselle. Could you help us with this one, Giselle? And then we're going to ask Danny to help us again with this one. And we're going to have Karen help us out here with this one, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead. So listen, guys, I'm going to read it, then ask you guys. So before becoming account manager, she used to be an operations supervisor. She worked in this position for 4 years, in which she gained her administrative experience. Before that, she used to be a CSR. She worked as a CSR for 2 years and was top performer several times. She received several awards for her work and was awarded Best Customer Care Professional in 2017. As a supervisor, she used to manage a group of 15 agents. She used to help them with their soft skills, and she used to give them feedback about their calls. In this position, she used to take escalated calls and had to assist her team with the occasional difficult customer. About this time, her career, she stated, trust me, there's more going on behind the curtain than you can imagine. That is, she became aware of all the administrative work and challenges of being a leader. As a CSR, she used to work back to back with customers almost every day. She used to answer customer inquiries, and she sometimes dealt with difficult customers. She liked to help her teammates, and she was always a team player. She comments about being a CSR. It's tough, but the secret is to never take it personal. All right, team, let's go. Giselle.
Yes, coach. Before becoming account manager, she used to be an operations supervisor. She worked in this position for 4 years, in which she gained her administrative experience. Before that, she used to be a CSR. She worked as a CSR for 2 years and was top performer several times. She received several awards for her work and was awarded Best Care Professional in
17. Very
2017.
good.
Sorry.
That's all right.
For
Nice
a
reading.
little moment, I forgot.
I just love your tone of voice, right? Great. I
Thank you
love
so
your tone.
much.
Very nice tone of voice. Can we say this new word, guys? Several. Several.
Several.
That's right.
Several.
Several.
The accent is on the first syllable. Remember the stress when I talked to you about stress? Several. Se, se,
Several.
several. This
Several.
this E is silent. Don't read this one. Several. Several.
Several.
Several. Several means many. All right. Thank you. Let's go with Dan. Danny, go ahead.
Okay. As a supervisor, she used to manage a group of 15 agents. She used to help them with their soft skills, and she used to give them feedback about her calls. In this position, she used to take scaled calls and had to assist her team with the occasionally difficult customers. About this time in her career, she stated, "Trust me, occasionally, trust me, there's more going on behind the curtain that you can imagine." That is, she became aware of all administrative work and challenge for being a leader.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you say this one? Escalated.
Escalated,
Thank you. And curtain. Curtain.
curtain,
That's right. And here, plural. Challenges.
challenges.
Thank you so much. Nice work. Now let's go with Karen.
As a CSR, she used to work back to back with customers almost every day. She used to answer customer inquiries and she sometimes dealt with difficult customers. She liked to help her team members and she was always a team player. She comments about being a CSR. It's tough, but the secret is to never take it personal.
Nice reading. Thank you so much. Everybody's handling big words very well. Can you say this one? Teammates. Teammates.
Teammates.
Guys, for your information, a mate in English means a friend. Okay? So usually in England or Australia, those countries there, instead of saying a friend, they say a mate. You understand? A mate.
Okay.
So people in Australia and England will say, oh, Danny's my mate, right? Danny is my mate. That means Danny's my friend. Got it? And we say, when you say, do you guys know how we say classmates? What does it mean, in other words? Friends of the class or friends in the class.
Okay.
That's right. And teammates, what would teammates mean? Friends of the team, friends in the team. Everybody got it? So that's how we use mates.
Got it.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on now. Okay, number 3. Let's see, I'm going to ask here. Let's change the order. Let's continue with Karen here. Let's continue with Giselle. And let's give Danny this one here. Okay, let's go here. So listen, guys, new vocabulary, new pronunciations. You're reading very well, guys. It's very clear. Before she started her career in the BPO industry, she used to work as a hotel manager. She was in charge of coordinating and managing a group of 50 staff members. This is where she gained most of her customer service experience, since hotel guests can be sometimes a little picky. For this stage in her career, she says, treat your customer like you would treat your grandmother, with patience and kindness. Finally, we asked her about her greatest achievement and to tell us what was her secret to her success. I think that one of my greatest achievements has been to work in something that I enjoy and love. At every stage of my career, I learned something. I've always seen the customer as a friend and as a guest. I think that's why I've been successful so far. Something else that has helped me has been to appreciate feedback. Like I tell my team, feedback hurts, but it works. Next paragraph. In short, we can say that Ivy has had a successful career in the BPO industry, but she has had the right mental attitude towards her job. She's also taken away many lessons that she's interpreted as positive experiences. This mentality, in combination with her learning experiences, has helped her to thrive in her profession in the growing BPO industry. All right, team, let's ask Karen.
Before she started her career in the BPO industry, she used to work as a hotel manager. She was in charge of coordinating and managing a group of 50 staff members. This is where she gained most of her customer service experience, since hotel guests can be sometimes a little picky. For this stage is her career, she says, treat your customers like you would treat your grandmother, with patience and kindness.
Very good reading. You guys read so well. I'm just brushing up, right? I'm just like brushing up, like puliendo, putting the finishing touches. So here the word is career. Can you say that? Career.
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 That's right. But don't confuse it. Like in Guatemala, they say, okay, you're going to be an accountant, like a perito. That's your career. You're going to be a teacher. That's your career. No, it's more like a career is your occupation. You understand? So if
Copy.
you, yeah, it's your occupation. That's what a career is in English. Okay. So her occupation, what is it? Customer service. That's her occupation, right? So that's what they're saying there. A career. All right, Giselle, please.
Sure. Finally, we ask about his great achievement and to tell us what's her secret to success. I think that one of my greatest achievements has been to work in something that I enjoy and love. At every stage of my career, I learn something. I've always seen the customer as a friend and I guess, and I think that's why I've been successful so far. Something else that has helped me has been to appreciate feedback. Like I tell me, I'm sorry, automatic. I tell my team feedback hurts, but it works.
Nice, nice reading there. Yeah, I think that thank you so much. So greatest. Everybody say greatest.
Great.
Greatest.
Greatest, greatest. Thank you. Good work, everyone. Like I said, I'm just brushing up, puliendo, little things. Okay, Danny, you're next.
In short, we can say that Ivy has had a successful career in BPO industry, but she has had the right mental attitude towards her job. She's also taken away many lessons that she's interpreted as a positive experiences. This mentality, in combination with her learning experiences, have helped her to thrive in her position in the growing BPO industry.
Very good, guys. You guys, very clear. I like how you read, everybody. I like your reading in general. Very good. Let's just brush up. Now, this is a good one. When we have an object pronoun, these guys, they always connect to the last consonant. So here you're gonna say helped her. So the H
Helped her.
disappears and you just get with the sound. Yes, exactly. Have helped her. Have helped her. Can you guys say that? Have helped
Have helped her.
helped
Help.
her. Der. Because you connect the D to the helped her,
Okay.
helped her.
Help
Helped
them.
her.
That's right. Helped her, helped her. Now let's say it again, guys. Have helped her.
Have
Have
helped her.
That's great. Perfect. That's great. So yeah, so just listen to this part. You're going to see it more ahead when we talk about object pronouns. So that's it, guys. Congratulations. I hope that you guys liked the story. And you know, we were just describing her life, past tense, because this is all in the past, right? Many things that we talked about that we're used to. She said she has had, you know, using past perfect and used to is awesome. When we learn to use it, it's fantastic. We're going to explore more about used to in this lesson. Like I said, used to is a modal verb. It's a modal phrase. It's a special phrase in English. And like all modal verbs, they have the ability to express different meanings. They convey or express different meanings. One of the uses or one of the meanings that used to is responsible for expressing is past habits or past routines, past activities that we no longer do in the present tense or that we stopped doing in the present. So we're going to take a look at some uses and examples, but also common mistakes and a little bit of practice. I got a test for you, but we'll take that after we've gone over the whole material. So just to take advantage of the minutes that we got here. So used to is used to talk about your past abilities, situations, routines, habits. We use used to talk about past habits and the situations that were true in our pasts, but they aren't true now. We don't do them anymore. The modal structure is going to be the subject plus the phrase used to and the verb in the base form. So after the used to, the verb is in the base form to talk about past habits. So I used to work as a hotel manager. She didn't used to take it personal. So here we have the negative construction of used to, in which we use didn't, the auxiliary didn't, in combination with used to, and the verb in the base form. There's a little change there, which I'm going to depict on the whiteboard. And another thing is that since like any modal verb, the modal verb is the same for all the subjects. So third person, singular, plural, we don't need to worry about changing the modal verb. So it's she used to, I used to, they used to, the agents used to. So it'll stay the same. In the question form, as we're going to explore, in the, oops, I think a phone was okay. So in the question form, we're going to use also the auxiliary for the simple past tense did, and plus the subject plus the phrase used to, and the verb in the base form to ask or inquire about past habits. Did she used to be a supervisor? To use it in the question form. Okay, so that's just an overview. In the affirmative sense, it's very simple. We'll use the subject followed by used to and the verb in its base form. So for example, Ivy used to be a hotel manager. I'm not going to say Ivy used to is or used to am. That would be incorrect. We need to use the base form, which is be. You used to work back to back with customers. So that was a routine or habit of the past. You see, it's very easy because we don't need to pronounce worked or we don't need to use participle forms of the verb. So it's very easy to talk about your past. We used to learn English as a normal classroom. So let's say, how can you use this in a job interview? You know, when you're required to talk about past things that you know, just describe your past. Hey, can you tell me about your previous job, or what did you do in that call center? Okay, so yeah, I used to work back office. I used to take calls. I used to help customers with their questions. I used to fix problems. I used to take escalated calls. I used to troubleshoot. I used to explain the bills. So you go used to in the verb, and you're going to be fine. You know, just don't overdo it, right? For pronunciation, you guys can make it sound faster by saying used to. So you could say here, instead of used to, you could say used to with a schwa sound. So you could say, I used to be, I used to work, we used to learn, we used to, which is absolutely fine if you're speaking. Okay, you guys want to try with me? Let's say it. Used to, used to, used to.
Justa.
Okay, now let's say Ivy used to be.
Ivy used to be.
You,
Ivy used to be.
good. You used to work.
You used to
You
work.
used to work.
Good. We used to learn. Used to learn.
We used to learn.
We used to learn.
So the idea of using the reduced form, the ta, used to, is for fluency. So it's faster. It's less clear because it's faster, because instead of saying Ivy used to be, we say Ivy used to be. You used to work, you used to work. We used to learn, we used to learn. We used to learn, right? So it's reduced. So sometimes you might, so you gotta also, I mean, you can use it both forms. When you're speaking, the conventions are different than when you're writing it, right? So a little something there. Okay, this is key. With this, I'm going to close this first part of the class. To express the negative idea of used to, we must incorporate an auxiliary. So there are basically, it's basically going to be this. You're going to have the auxiliary, the negative auxiliary for the simple past, which is didn't. That's an auxiliary verb, plus the modal phrase used to. Okay, so that's key, used to. But I want you to notice that the used, look at the used to, there is no D. You see? There is no D. So that's, you got to be careful with the grammar police with that one, right? So there's no D. And that's when you're writing it, just make sure that you don't use the D there. And of course, the verb in the base form. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have auxiliary didn't plus used to without the D and the verb in the past tense. Ivy didn't used to take it personal, right? This is a habit that never existed. He didn't used to have a night shift, and they didn't used to be impatient with customers. So they never had this routine. They never had this habit. It never existed. Okay. So that's how you use the negative tense. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to explain more on the board, and we got a quiz for you tonight. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with part 2. Thank you, team.